This video is going to show you how to float a piece of fabric or whatever on top of your backing when you're stitching out an embroidery design. Now the embroidery design that I'm doing right now is this cute little kitty. So he's going to go on this towel. And this is how I stitch all my designs. I never hoop anything because it only causes push and pull when you're stitching a design. So with this cat, I'm going to stitch him on this towel, and I'm going to center where I want it down the bottom. And I've put one piece of backing in stabilizer inside the hoop. I've already hooped it. It's a medium tearaway stabilizer. And then I've slid the other one underneath the hoop. I'm using 2 pieces to stitch this design of medium tearaway backing. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to, on my Janome, I don't know if you have this, but we have, what you can do is you can actually trace the design in the hoop, and what you do is you hit the middle button and it'll show where it's going to put that design. I think I'm going to move it up a little. I don't want it that low. I want it closer to the bottom. And then I'm going to do it one more time and see what happens. I still think it can go up a little bit. Okay, so I made it up just a little bit more, so I think it should be fine. Let's try it one more time to be sure. To go that way a hair too. Okay, then what I do is I go to, you'll go to the next button, which is that looks like little dots, and that's actually going to stitch down the towel to hold it in place when I do the design. I don't know what color thread I have in here. I don't have any thread, so let me pause this for a second and load the machine. Okay, so let's continue. I've got the thread in my machine. And then what this next thing does, like I said, is it's going to tack down my design. It's going to actually tack the towel to the backing just to hold it while you stitch the design. Oops, hold on. You missed that. Okay, let's continue. My bobbin thread wasn't fed up through the top. On these machines, if your bobbin thread isn't threaded up through the top of the hole in the machine, then it won't catch these threads for some reason, these bigger stitches, to tack this down. And it's only just, and you can see on here, I'll turn the light on, it's a very big stitch that you can just take out pretty easily when you're done. That is how I float a design to be stitched, and that's the safest way. I mean, there's other ways of doing it, but this is the safest way to keep things from shifting. And it's just a matter of what kind of design you're stitching and how many stitches it has in it, as to how much backing you use under here. You might need a topping if your fabric has a pile to it, or you're stitching on a regular towel that has like nap in it. Anything that has a nap in it usually needs a topping, or it needs something underneath, maybe an iron-on stabilizer on a lot of things like t-shirts and stuff. Anything that has a stretch to it you need to use a backing that actually irons onto the back of it is what I use. And it's a mesh backing. And I use that first. And then what I do is I put a piece of tearaway in here and I lay it on top. And then I put another piece of tearaway underneath. You might need, depending on the design, you could use up to 3 pieces of tearaway along with that mesh backing. Your design is only as good as your backing. If you don't use enough stabilizer behind it, then your design isn't going to come out correctly. So now I'm going to stitch out this little kitty, and I'm going to show you at the end what it came out like on this towel, and you'll see that it all stitched up correctly. I will pause it for now, and I will be back. So now you can see the design is all done. And isn't he adorable? Tomorrow, I'm going to take, let's see, this fabric right here. And I'm going to make him a ruffle on the bottom of the towel. Because this cute little cat fabric. And then I'll take pictures and show you my results. But see, this design stitched out perfect. And this is how you're supposed to do it. I said you should have tack down stitches. You can even make your own set of tack down stitches if you have embroidery software. But a lot of machines still come with them. And I know that I had an older set of ones that worked with the Brother machines. But I don't know if I still have them. I thought they were on my Facebook group, but I'll check. And those tack down stitches are great to keep you from your fabric from sliding, and to keep it stuck to the stabilizer, and you don't have to use tape and pins and all that stuff. And that's how you float a design on a hoop. I hope you enjoyed it.